What's up, Evans Johnson, Bay Area Throwbacks. And if you saw, I had a video where I've had a box in my parents' house I've been trying to find for years, have not been able to find, and finally my dad and my youngest brother found it. It had a bunch of autographed baseballs and hats, as I shown in that video. And now I'm going to show the cards that I had autographed in that box that I've been having sitting there for years and wanting to find. So let's get to it. First off, I got this one in person on Halloween. This is the player with the most home runs of any second baseman in Major League history. I got this in person. I went to his house at Halloween. He didn't live far from where I lived, so we stopped. I even had his jersey on and wore the pants, and I had him dressed up as him. And I brought the card just in case, and he happened to be out there giving out candy, and he signed this for me. And that's Mr. I want to take this out so there's no glare. Who knows how long it's been since this card has been out of here. There we go. So there you go. Jeff Kent autographed card right there. So this one, I got this one in person on Halloween when I was probably in elementary school. So there you go. Next, we got another Giants player from that same time period. So this one's a funny story because we had 2 tickets for a Friday game and 2 tickets for a Saturday game. I was supposed to go to the Friday night game with my dad, and Saturday one of my brothers was gonna go with my mom. My brother cried and cried and cried. He wanted to go with my dad, so he went with him. Friday, I let him go, and I went Saturday. And that Friday night was Barry Bonds' 600th home run, who was my idol at the time. So I missed seeing that in person, which sucks. But I guess as a consolation prize, I got this player's autograph the next day before the game. So this is a pitcher from Cuba, won the World Series, big part of the 1997 World Series with the Marlins, and he was on the Giants at the time. So before a game, I still remember I would come with cards of the players, and I got a Livan Hernandez autograph card right there. So there you go. So I got that autographed in person before a game at the time would have been still Pac-Bell Park. I think it still would have been Pac-Bell Park at the time. All right, this next one, I'm pretty sure I got in person. This player's son played with my youngest, well, not my youngest, with one of my brothers in Little League. So we actually stayed at his place before, hung out. So we had a few autographs from him, and that's Aaron Fultz, relief pitcher for the Giants. So there we go. On one of these Keebler. There you go. Keebler cookies cards from back in the days that they used to give out at the game. So there you go. Former relief pitcher for the Giants, Aaron Fultz. Next. Now this one was my favorite football player as a kid. So once at a Sports Authority near where we lived, he was doing a autograph signing for back when they used to have NFL Showdown. I remember they had MLB Showdown, NFL Showdown. And he was doing an autograph signing. So we went, got in line, got multiple autographs from him. And this dude's a legend, and that is Terrell Owens. So there we go. We got a Terrell Owens autograph on his NFL Showdown 2002 card right there. So there you go. T.O. I think that's the only... Oh, no. I have one more football player in this. The rest are baseball, but I have one more football player I'll show near the end. All right. Next, we got a player who played his last year with the Giants of his career. Was mostly known as a Red. I know injuries kind of derailed his career, but he was a really good player back in the days. And this one was autographed. I feel like my brother got this one autographed and maybe gave it to me, but maybe I did. Who knows? I don't necessarily remember, but we got Mr. Eric Davis right there autographed from his time on the Giants. The cards from his time on the Cardinals, but this would have been when he was on the Giants that we would have got this autographed. All right, next. So my dad used to own a store in downtown San Francisco on Powell Street, right, literally down the block from Union Square. Sometimes opposing players, when they were in town, they would stop by, shopping downtown, and would just happen to, go in his store. So sometimes he would come home with autographs from different players, and one of them was this one right here. Yankees player at the time, Ruben Rivera. Autograph's a little faded, but yeah. If you've ever seen the very funny Giants, when he was on the Giants, at this time he wasn't on the Giants when we got the autograph, but he ended up being on the Giants. But what John Miller said was basically like the worst running play ever. That was Ruben Rivera. So, but this is before he was on the Giants. Next, we got an autograph on this one's a smudged one, but if you watch my video with the baseballs, I have autographed a nice one on a baseball, so it's okay. This player will come by my dad's store a good amount because one of the ladies who worked for my dad, her son played with him at USC, so she kept in contact with him, and he'd come by when he was in San Francisco, and that is Mark Pryor. Just a solid, such a good pitcher. So excited to watch when he first came up. It's just too bad what injuries did, but, luckily this autograph's not so good. It's smudged, but I have a better one on the baseball. It's nice and clear. And he put the 22 on the one on the baseball, but not on the card, so it's all good. All right. Next, we got a player who played parts of 4 seasons in the major leagues. He was actually Jewish, so my mom's friend, who's Jewish as well, I guess he went to the same synagogue as them, and she just knew that I was a huge baseball fan, so she got his autograph for me. If you saw my last video when I had my hat spelled incorrectly inside, again, this is how, it's a weird story how they used to think my name was spelled, but anyways. So it says to me, and you got Adam Stern. So he used to be again, played parts of 4 years in the major leagues. So there you go. It's an autograph card from him, personalized to me. All right. Next, we got a player who played literally 1 game in the major leagues. Again, this was, I'm pretty sure one of my mom's friends saw him or knew him or something and got his autograph. So he ended up playing literally 1 game in the major leagues, but hey, it's more than me. He's officially a major leaguer, and that is Christian Parker, a pitcher who played 1 game in the major leagues for the Yankees. So there you go. Christian Parker. All right. All right, next. So they used to have a card company called Team. This one's messed up. Team Best, and it's like Bowman, where they did a lot of the prospect cards. So I got a box, and in the box it came with 5 autographed cards, which 3 of them are guys who made it to the major leagues. 2 of them are not. So I'll show the major leaguers first. And the first one I think is the coolest because not only did he make the major leagues at such an older age, but there's a movie about him, and that is Mr. Jim Morris. So this is, yes, Jim Morris, the movie The Rookie. If you've ever seen the great movie The Rookie, that's based off of this guy right here, Jim Morris. So pretty cool that literally have a card autographed by him. He one of my favorite baseball movies is based off of him. And, it's a really cool story. He was a teacher, was throwing way harder older than when he was younger. His team said if they win the league or whatever, that he'd have to go to a tryout. He did. Ended up making it to the majors. And I think he played on the Rays, or Devil Rays at the time. Played parts of a few seasons with them. But just the story, cool story. All right, next we got... and these cards are from 2000, by the way. It says 2000 rookies in the top right corner. This is a guy who played a long time in the major leagues as a pitcher. Solid pitcher for many years, and that is Francisco Cordero. This also came in that box of Team Best. There you go. So there you go, Francisco Cordero. The next one we got is a relief pitcher. Played for the Orioles. Sure, he played for other teams as well. Had a good major league career as well. And that is Mr. BJ Ryan. So again, lefty pitcher, had a good career in the majors. I mainly remember him as an Oriole, but I'm pretty positive he played for other teams as well. So there you go. I'll put this one in later. All right, these are the other two that these guys didn't make the major leagues when I looked up the information, but show them anyway because they're in the box. We got catcher Jeff at the time with the Lansing Lugnuts. And now it doesn't want to come out. All right, there we go. Jeff Goldback. So there you go. His autograph card. Unfortunately, didn't make it to the majors, but you know, still cool to have anyway. And this next one was another guy who unfortunately didn't make it to the majors. At the time, he was with one of the Yankees affiliates, Andy Brown. So outfielder. Yeah, outfielder. So there you go. All right. The next two we got are the same player. Now, the lady who worked for my dad, Patty, her son who played at USC with Mark Pryor and Barry Zito, and talked about her a few times. Her son played in the minors as well, drafted by the Indians. He didn't end up making it, unfortunately, to the majors, but Bill Peavy played at USC when they went to the College World Series. Back in, it says right here, his stats, 02 USC. I mean, he balled out. He had 361, 15 bombs. Yeah, first baseman, 71 RBI, so he balled out. He was drafted in the 11th round by the Indians. Didn't end up making it, but here's some autograph cards of his. So, USC legend right there. And the last one I got is another football player. Now, this one, I went to a card show as a kid with one of my friends, Nick. They had a Raiders player signing autographs. The Raiders have been the one team I didn't support while they were in the Bay. You know, I'm a Giants fan first, but I was an Ace fan as well. You know, Warriors, Sharks. But this team, Raiders, I never liked. I didn't root for them. But this player was signing autographs. And he was a tight end, actually from the Bay Area. Courtney Anderson played with the Raiders. But the cool thing about this, so like I said, he was signing autographs, so we grabbed a card of his and got an autograph. But the cool thing about this was, if you've ever seen Coach Carter and the player Junior Battle, who was the star center in the movie, he quit the team at one point, came back with his mom to the store that Coach Carter owned. So Junior Battle, he is actually based off, because they didn't use the real names in the movie of the actual players from the actual Richmond Oilers, but Junior Battle is based off of this guy right here. So this guy played football and basketball at Richmond High School in Richmond, California, in the Bay Area. He ended up going to San Jose State and playing. And if you watch the end of the movie, when it says what happened, it says for Junior Battle, he went to San Jose State. And I've seen that character's based off this guy. So it's kind of cool that not only did he end up, it's just based off a player from Coach Carter's from the Bay Area. But this guy, Bay Area guy ended up getting to play pretty much for his hometown team, from Richmond, not far from Oakland. That would be considered your hometown team if you're from Richmond. Played at San Jose State College, so for college he played at San Jose State. So it's cool just to have it because Coach Carter is one of my favorite movies ever. So it's kind of cool to have one of the players that movie's based on. So there you go. All right, I got one more that's not on a card, but it's on a piece of paper. So like I said, my dad used to own a store in downtown. Players would sometimes just happen to come by because they were just, going around downtown. This guy played on the Giants at the time. I would go to my dad's store sometimes and just visit. Or I'd go for the day with him and hang out. And I was in front of the store. I still remember one day, and I look, and I see a guy and his lady in front of the store. I'm a kid at the time. And I was like, that's Michael Tucker, who used to play on the Royals. He played at the Giants at the time, solid left-handed hitter, played in the outfield, and it was him. He ended up coming into the store. I had nothing with me to get autographs, so I got like a piece of paper, which now that I look, it's I probably had my backpack with me, I guess. This is like a pass for student, I don't know, hall room pass. So it's kind of funny. I just realized what it is. But so there you go, Michael Tucker autograph that I got when I was just there. I saw him and I asked. He actually came into the store. I don't think he ended up buying anything, but he did sign that for me. And one just other cool random thing is a 49ers ticket from Candlestick Park, 1998. It says three-con park era, but it's always Candlestick, against the New York Giants. So there you go. Random. Just pretty cool ticket stub right there. There you go. So that's everything. Those are the autographed baseball cards I found, or that my dad and my brother found for me in the box that I've been looking for forever. There you go. So give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not already. And have a good day. Peace.